Hello, I'm Megan Hopkins, and this is the Applied Creative Context module, and my project is called the Anthropocene, an immersive learning gallery, and it is an open educational resource. So a few sources that inspired this project is from the Reorienting Curriculum for the Anthropocene. We are now at a turning point in our collective future, and education is the way forward. Curricular models found in most schools must move beyond disciplinary fragmentation. Our current approach to curriculum making can be summarized by the famous expressions seeing the forest but not the trees, or seeing the trees but not the forest. Moran's important complex lessons are still important guideposts. The predominance of fragmented learning divided up into disciplines should be replaced by learning that can grasp subjects within their context, their complexity, and their totality. Through the Applied Creative Context module, I have created the Anthropocene, an immersive learning gallery. So, what is the Anthropocene? It is the age in which humans have become a major force in shaping the planet. It is the idea that human activity has changed the Earth so much that it leaves a permanent geological mark, similar to how past epochs were defined by ice age or mass extinctions. So we have large-scale climate change, mass extinction of species, pollution of oceans and air, transformation of landscapes, cities, agriculture, and deforestation. We have global use of plastics, concrete, and other human-made materials. Through this open educational resource, I explore how today's artists and creative practitioners use digital tools and immersive methods to transform the way people experience art, shifting from passive viewing to active multi-sensory participation. So to further explain my practice, I've made a little sort of glossary of terms. So we have reimagining experience, that is, artists and creators are changing how audiences experience art, moving beyond just looking to participating, feeling, and being inside the artwork. We have immersive art, which uses tools like projection, VR sound, or interactivity to immerse the audience, making them feel part of the artwork rather than outside it. Instead of standing in front of a painting, audiences now walk through digital light installations, interact with sound, or influence visuals with their movement. Digital creativity refers to creativity that uses digital tools and technologies like AI, VR, projection mapping, or data visualization as part of the artistic process. It's not just about using tech, it's about thinking creatively through technology. Contemporary practice means today's creative world, current trends and methods used by modern artists, designers, and media practitioners. So the phrase links the topic to the present day creative context, local and global. We have interactive learning, and it's a more engaging way to learn, understand a subject, and to remember. So, Maurice Jean Jacques Merleau-Ponty was a French phenomenological philosopher, and his core ideas were that immersive art can be understood through embodied experience, how the body perceives and moves through space, placing consciousness at the source of knowledge. Immersive installations rely on sensory engagement, spatial awareness, and bodily presence. Phenomenology helps explain how meaning is created through experience, not just observation. We can use it for VR, AR installations, spatial environments, and multisensory artworks. Phenomenology is the study of lived experience. More inspiration, Relational Aesthetics by Nicolas Baudrillard in 1998, a core idea. Art is judged by the social interactions it produces rather than by the physical artwork. Why it relates? Because many immersive practices depend on interaction, participation, and shared experience, exactly what relational aesthetics explored. We can use this for interactive environments, audience participation, and collaborative installations. He saw artists as facilitators rather than makers and regarded art as information exchange between the artist and the viewers. The artist, in this sense, gives audiences access to power and the means to change the world. Then we have Posthumanism by Braidotti and Donna Haraway. The core idea is challenges the idea of the human as centered, explores how humans, technology, and environments merge. Why it relates, immersive digital art often blurs the line between human and machine, real and virtual. A post-humanist perspective deeply aligns with this, so we can use this in VR embodiment, AI-driven art, cyborg or hybrid environments. And Braidotti's post-human perspective is especially relevant because it challenges human-centered thinking and emphasizes our entanglement with the non-human world. The posthuman condition is marked by the realization that humans are not the measure of all things and that our existence is inextricably linked to the non-human world, to the ecological, technological, and material forces that co-constitute our being. Posthuman thinking challenges the anthropocentric assumption that humans are exceptional, urging us to rethink our responsibilities towards other forms of life and the planet itself. Braidotti, 2017. The posthuman subject is one that is constantly transforming, negotiating its existence within ecological, technological, and social systems that exceed human control. Braidotti, 2017. We live in a highly interconnected world where humans, animals, machines, and the environment are co-constitutive, understanding that this interdependence is crucial for posthuman ethics. Bridotti. So this is my project and its purpose. So focus, Anthropocene, purpose, educational, virtual, accessible gallery space, ontology, VR gallery, sculptural, artworks, infowalls, immersive, ethics, human responsibility for planetary impact, sustainability, creating conditions for humans and species to thrive together on an Earth impacted by human influence. Key terms are immersion, interactivity, multisensory experience, and presence. And this is my gallery here, where I was starting to make it, and the inside of the gallery is there too. And of course, the Sustainable Development Goals that inspired the project, we have quality education, climate action, life below water, and life on land. Art that inspired the project, the Tutankhamun Immersive Exhibition in Glasgow. We have Frameless London as well, same similar sort of art style like immersive art. And we also have Meta Steps, and they have done an educational gallery space on ancient Greeks' everyday life and myths. So you get to like incorporate all these historical artifacts and infographics into a gallery space. So that's where the idea for this project had come from. More inspiration came from the immersive parent-child exhibition co-hosted by the Beijing Center, Sparks Tech and Art Education Journey for 20,000 plus children. It is a immersive art gallery they have created with children and their parents. The intersection of technology and art inspires creative sparks in each other. They're essential tools for stimulating children's understanding and creativity in science and art. This year's exhibition was the design theme of perception, exploration, communication, vision, and action. Redefines the parent-child experience through immersive and multi-dimensional creative experiences, and it continues its success with the One World theme exhibition in 2021 and One Drop of Water, One World theme exhibition in 2022. It's a social innovation that actively promotes global competency education for children, and since 2017 the exhibition has made a significant impact promoting development of global competence skills for over 20,000 children and primary school students who have participated as curators, artists, storytellers, and global citizens. Furthermore, the improved project-based curriculum design, the development of exhibition teaching aids, and the creation of immersive and scene-based teaching experiences provided interactive guidance for children and offer educational, philosophical guidance for parents. This creates a warm parent-child interactive experience and an immersive teaching experience full of fun. Lan Yang. From Stephen Bindman, 1998, Echoes of Silence, a phenomenological study of the creative process, Creativity Research Journal. Echoes of Silence, Bindman emphasizes the creative importance of silence not as emptiness, but as a fertile, pre-reflective space from which meaning arises. We can understand the environmental world as holding its own silence, the taken for granted background of seasons, weather patterns, and ecological rhythms. Climate change disrupts the background. What was once silent and stable becomes noticeable, uncanny, and unsettled. The disturbance forces a new kind of reflective awareness. Climate change modifies the life world world itself, hotter summers, smoke-filled skies, disappearing species, changes that used to be abstract, CO2 levels, warming trends, become lived experiences. Our relationship to the world is reconstituted at the level of perception and meaning. Making Media Matter, Critical Literacy, Popular Culture and Creative Production by Benjamin Thevenin. Thevenin defends media arts as not just fun or extracurricular, but as a valuable part of media literacy education. He argues that creativity and artistic expression should be taken seriously in teaching media and not be sidelined. He also links aesthetic practices to civic engagement. Artistic media can be a powerful way to explore social issues, identities, and community. So, reflexive practice is a process of examining one's own actions, beliefs, and biases to improve performance and decision making in real life. I've incorporated this into my gallery space, the idea of looking at the self in terms of how the world is shaped by us as humans. Immersive art can be understood as a creative practice that envelopes the audience into an interactive, often multi-sensory environment. It shifts the role of the audience from passive observer to active participant. Immersive works often blend physical and digital realities, asking us not just to look at the art, but to inhabit it. I've also incorporated Edward de Bono's 6 thinking hat method into my gallery space to pinpoint each coloured hat and its meaning for each section of the gallery. So if we take a look at the gallery space now, we have a section on the Lorax, and I've applied a phenomenological approach to the Lorax. A phenomenological reading of the Lorax would focus on the lived experience of the Trifula forest inhabitants. This approach examines the shift from a vibrant, sneezy, busy, fuzzy, buzzy ecosystem to a grey polluted wasteland from the perspective of the swans, brown barbillets, and hummingfish. The focus is on the loss of their home and how that feels, rather than just the abstract concept of pollution. The reader's emotional response. The story is effective because it makes the environmental crisis feel as real to the reader through powerful imagery and literary devices. A phenomenological perspective analyzes how the story evokes empathy and a sense of moral duty, engaging the reader's imagination and personal experience to create a profound impact. We also have the quote, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not. So this is the interactive tree where participants are invited to create painted handprints and put them on the tree as if they're leaves. And we also have the green hat, which symbolizes the encouragement of new and innovative ideas and thinking outside the box. So this is the gallery space here. We're in the outside and we're going to walk through. And this is on Meta Steps. This is where it's been created. We've got some paintings of what could happen to the world if we're not careful. Could go on fire. We also have the giant earth and the human sculpture. There we have some info walls, Anthropocene. The hats are dotted about too. Some information on historical elements of the Anthropocene, where it came from, more information on human impact on the world. We have poster designs, and down here we've got a little sort of installation pop up of how we are impacting the animals like polar bears and penguins, the loss of the ice. Over here is the Lorax part with the painted tree installation. And on this side is how plastic pollution is impacting our oceans. We have a turtle wrapped in plastic jellyfish, and the world inside a plastic bag, and a fish made of plastic too. And that is the gallery space.